Hello.
Hello everyone, this is Dr. Jayati Chatterjee Mitra. So to move forward, we are here with introduction to separation science. That means we will learn the various techniques of separation science regarding the solvent extraction process, the chromatographic process and various other techniques, the ion exchange process. These are the process of separation. So we should go with the introduction first of all. So separation science is a key aspect of most every analytical methodology. So most often a real world sample contains many analytes and that are responsive to the particular perturbation, that is light, and most analytical methods do not offer sufficient selectivity for all the analytes that might be present. Therefore, most methods involve analytical analyte separation first, followed by a detection. So you can see this figure. The complex sample, we have taken a sample that is XYZ. There is a incorporation of separation method. There are X, Y and Z in different categories has been separated, and there is a detection of that particular sample. Next slide, we move on towards the separation principle and the chromatograph. You can see the chromatograph. Chromatography is also a type of technique of separation science, and you can see this diagram, the separation of a mixture of components A and B by column elution chromatography, that is called CEC, that is column elution chromatography. So you can see the sample incorporation from here, the mobile phase, this is the mobile phase, and lastly here is a detector. So the output of the signal detector at the various stages of elution is shown in this figure. That means the B. This is called the output of the signal detector at the various stages of elution. That is here. Okay, the diagram showing the separation of a mixture of components A and B. We should move on to a problem regarding this. You can see, imagine that you are tasked with investigating how electrical impulses are transferred from a nerve cell, that is called, we call it as neuron, to a cell in the brain of Parkinson's patient, a patient who is having a Parkinson's disease. He is a patient, the neurons are there, and how the signals and electrical impulses are being transferred. You can see from here, and these signals are affected by changing concentration of one primary neurotransmitter, and that is called dopamine. So we need to separate the aromatic amines so that each can be individually detected. The basic thing is separation. So we need to separate the aromatic amines which can easily be individually detected, and the separation and detection method must be selected. So we should go with the characteristics of that metabolites, that is polar, water soluble and aromatic molecules. So to move forward, we should go with the types of separation methods. What are the types? So basic principle involves the two things, that is the mobile phase and the stationary phase. The separation technology, the separation science and separation methods basically involves the two things, that is the mobile phase which is having a mobility and the stationary phase. The basic important things. And if we go towards the classification of the column chromatographic methods, we can see here the general classification, that is liquid chromatography, mobile phase, specific method, liquid or partition chromatography, this is the method, and the stationary phase involved here is liquid absorbed on a solid, and the type of equilibrium, that is partition between the immiscible liquids. Similarly, if we go towards the liquid chromatography, if we take the specific method of liquid bonded phase, then the stationary phase will be organic species bonded to a solid surface, and the equilibrium will be attained as partition between the liquid and the bonded surface. Now if we move towards the specific method in liquid chromatography of liquid solid or adsorption, then the stationary phase could be solid and the equilibrium obtained will be of adsorption equilibrium. And lastly, next is the ion exchange size exclusion method, which is involved in liquid chromatography, and the stationary phase is ion exchange resin, liquid in interstices of a polymeric solid, and ion exchange partition CV. Now we are moving towards the next classification, the category 2, that is of GC, gas chromatography, that is the mobile phase is a gas, and similarly we can see the specific method, the stationary phase and the equilibrium obtained through in this particular table. So not to discuss all these things, you can see and take a screenshot of this slide too and go towards the equilibrium. Next, this is the basics of separation, mobile phase and the stationary phase. There is a giving a migration time of the particular mobile phase. So the longer the analytes, you should know that longer the analytes or the solutes spend interacting with the stationary phase, the better is the separation efficiency, but the broader the time, that means the peaks get broader. Okay, means in time the peaks get broader. What we called, just what we said, that longer the analytes or the solutes spend interacting with the stationary phase, the better the separation efficiency is, but the broader the peaks get. The next is the differential interaction of solute with stationary and mobile phase. You can see from this figure the concentration is there. A, B are the components with time T1 and T2. So distance migrated is given by this, and you can see the curves. The concentration profiles of the solute bands A and B at two different times in their migration down the column, and the times T1 and T2 are indicated in the figure. Okay, so next class we will go with other slides also. So now to stop from here, thank you all.